Good morning. This is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA. It is 8:56 a.m. Central Standard Time. This is October the 6th, I think. It's Thursday, 2016. This is IT. He's a presence. He's just a thing that's in my home. I tried a pet and it didn't work. Why do I say this in front of every video? For you subscribers and regular viewers, you probably get tired of it, right? I get tired of saying it sometimes. However, 70% of my views come from first-time viewers, so they don't know who I am. Anyway, my name is Rusty. My channel is Rusty78609. I've full-time RV'd for 23 years. I also go camping in a Toyota Prius, and I've done that for about 4 years. And this guy here is TC, Trenton Clump. It's an and I've got Thorny, the cactus, outside, and I've also got Matilda, my trash can, outside, so I've got plenty of company. I live alone. Well, not anymore. It's getting pretty crowded around here. But anyway, I had a comment that I thought I'd respond to. Actually, I'm going to respond to 3 or 4 this morning. And if it hair lips the Pope, so what? This says, thank you for responding by video. He asked a question and I responded by video. We are about to pull the trigger. That means buy an older RV, and really appreciate what you had to say. If you will, one more question. There are some new ones that we like, but my wife is concerned about the strong odors, probably chemicals. No, not probably. It is. Does it take long for that to go away when you buy a new one? Well, it depends on what you mean along, okay? Now, the newer models aren't as bad as some of the older ones were. I mean, when you go back into like 2005 and below, they use some stuff in those that would make your nose bleed. But yeah, you should be concerned about the chemical odors and how long. And of course, mine's a 2013. I bought it new, and it did have the strong odors. I bought it in February, and which in Texas is not a really cold month. And so whenever I could, I left the windows open. So I was able to leave the windows open most of the time in toward the end of February, because I got it the 3rd week of February. And then March, April, and May, the windows were open probably 9 out of 10 days, and that allowed a lot of that odor and that what they call off-gassing to escape. But if you leave it closed up, my RV even today for several days, like when I go camping in the Prius and I come back, you can smell it. So I open the windows and let it vent for a few hours, and seems to be okay. And knock on wood, I don't know of any problems or issues that I've had because of the off-gassing. But there is a web page you can go to, and I'll give it to you. I wished I knew how to do all this fancy stuff about links and stuff, but I don't. The main chemical that you're concerned about is formaldehyde, and they use that in most of the building materials. You know, when they start putting plywood together and stuff, they use all kind of adhesives and stuff. But there is a web page you can go to, and it's called Wisely, W-I-S-E-L-Y, Wisely Green, and it's wiselygreen.com. And the topic that you need to search for there is, why do new RVs smell? Okay, again, that's wiselygreen.com, and the topic is, why do new RVs smell? And you will find more information there than I could ever give you, because I am aware of that issue, and I do know that older RVs have more of a problem with it than the newer ones. And also, the more expensive the unit is, the less problem you're going to have, because they start using better materials. For example, the Airstream uses a lot of aluminum and not fiberglass, and they also use a lot of real solid woods instead of particle boards and so forth. So they're not laminated, but they are you pay for that. You definitely pay for it. I'm gonna try not to pick my nose, but but anyway, go to that page and check that out, because yeah, it is an issue. And in fact, you whenever you buy, I don't know what state you live in, but if you buy an RV in California, they've got all kind of disclaimers they have to put on. In fact, you'll see them in RVs, even in Texas, the new ones. You'll see that, in California, this is a known carcinogen, blah blah blah. And so yeah, that's a very good comment you've made. And for you guys that are looking at RVs out there, be aware that it's called off-gassing, and it's from the chemicals that they use to laminate the plywood, and the floor is plywood, and part of the walls are plywood. There's a lot of plywood and a lot of lamination, a lot of gluing, and so you should be aware of that. And if you're sensitive to those types of chemicals, or have been known to be sensitive to those types of chemicals, then you might want to look at a product that is more suitable to your health needs, so to speak. But anyway, I hope that gives you information that will help you in your search, because the salespeople at the dealerships aren't going to say a word about it. Never. If you bring it up, I've never heard of that, or no, that's not a problem. You'll hear that. Not true. It is. It can be a real problem for some people. For me, knock on wood, I've never had an issue with it. I've had older RVs. The first one I bought was I think it was a 1985, I think. And yeah, but I didn't even know about off-gassing when I bought it. I bought it in 1995 when I got back from the Peace Corps, and lived in it a few years. And then I bought a Skyline by Kit. That's another one up here. Another fella mentioned had a question about that. He said, where is he? He says, I own one of those Skyline brand trailers mentioned, which he bought itself. But Skyline, it is the lowest priced. It's Kit Skyline. They're okay. It's just that you get. I would say you get what you pay for, but you really don't most of the time. You just get something and you hope it works. But all RVs except for some of the really expensive ones, like the Airstream, are going to have some issues. If you tow them, that's just going to happen. I mean, the cabinets are going to come loose, or the screws are going to start to back out, and those are just things that are going to happen. So just be ready for it. But anyway, and then anyway, that's another issue. But be that as it may, as far as the off-gassing and the odors in the new RVs, it's there. You need to be aware of it and go to that website I mentioned and check it out. And also other sites. You can just check out off-gassing in RVs and or chemical smells in RVs. Do a Google search for that, and you'll find more information than you ever wanted to know. In fact, you'll get so much it may scare you, and you may not buy anything. I've never had an issue with it. I have bought. This is actually my first brand new RV that I bought new. This is a 2013. I've had it for 3.5 years, and yeah, it did. It had the new smell, so to speak, and it takes. It still has it. It gets less and less and less. And of course, you got to, the first 6 months are going to be the max. So if you buy it at a time where the temperature is okay to where you can leave the windows open most of the time, I would certainly recommend that. But having said all that, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye bye, buy American made, buy locally when you can. And this is TC, my main man. See, that's kind of poetic, isn't it? I'm good at this stuff. Getting better, getting better. Anyway, y'all have a good day, and I got some more to do, more videos. But the off-gassing can be an issue, so check it out. Adios, bye-bye.